Hey, morning, card fighters. And when I say morning, I do mean very early in the morning. I did wake up. Well, no, that this is the around the time I wake up on Monday mornings. But I just didn't have time to make slash upload this video last night, so we are doing it in the morning. So this is GRAVIDA versus YOUTHBERK. So this is a GRAVIDA list I was potentially thinking about taking to Duluth, but I ultimately decided against. As you can see in the ride line, we rode an interesting grade 1. This is a 10K grade 1, and the reason I was thinking about taking this list was because of that 10K grade 1, because if I go first against Jet, they can't just triple grade 1 me. They'd have to commit a booster behind their Vanguard or commit 2 grade 1 columns to even hit my Vanguard, and even then, it's only 1 column hitting my Vanguard. But he's gonna swing here for 10. We do decide to take it. He gets a critical trigger, but we get the over trigger, and then we take another damage. We're gonna pitch a heal trigger here to ride. And we're gonna get two grade 1 meteors off of GRAVIDA's skill to draw 2 cards. I'm not gonna soul trudge here because the only thing that uses soul in this build of the deck is the grade 3 snake, but we are gonna call down 2 of them, so we have 4 meteors right now, but we were unable to get to 5, so I am just gonna do a little bit of a rush here. Get a critical trigger, so crit to Vanguard, power to rear guard, and we do push him to 4 damage here. Guards of a 15, and then he passes turn. So he pitched another 15, which is very interesting. Pitches the Tempest here. Look at top 3 from Skyfall. Gets a 10k booster. Then he's going to do Schneisel. Look at top 5. Get a Gust. And he's going to swing for 23 with Sequana. He gets another crit here. We got a defensive trigger, so we're at 23. He's going to go into Gust here. And this is 23-33, I believe. So I believe I 2 to pass his Vanguard here. And he gets Decisive Axe Dragon and OT, so that's 100 million to his Vanguard. Then he's going to swing for 35 here with his rear guard column, but I just put down 2 15s for a no pass, putting me at 53 to his 35. And we stand and draw. We Persona right here. And I get, is that 1 more or 2 more grade 1 meteors? I think that's 2 more if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I get 2 more grade 1 meteors here. I hard play a grade 2 meteor, and then we call second doll here to put 1 grade 1 meteor back to the bottom of our deck. And then I'm going to pop 5 here, the grade 2 counting as 2, and I do kill 3 of his rear guards, so my snakes do have an extra critical on them. And he was going to no guard here, but I did inform him my Vanguard does have a crit and my trigger effects are doubled. So he goes to, that is 43-58, so that was 2 to pass. Oh no, 63 because there was a front. And then he ends up taking 1 of the grade 2 rear guards of crit, just because he didn't have a lot of guard in his hand. He was just mostly grade 3s. So we are gonna go on to game 2 here. He is gonna go first. Sorry for the slight glare on his side. That's why I'm trying to what's it called? I'm trying to just like keep track of like what he's doing really well, just to like make the glare like a little bit less bad. But I know it's like slightly bad on his side. But yeah, I was thinking about taking this deck to Duluth. I really like for like a hot minute I was thinking about taking this deck to Duluth, but I decided against it. for the sole reason of it really is only good against Chronojet if you are going first against them. If you're not going first against them, it's like it's just like it's decent. It's decent against Jet because they don't like it when you clear their board and you have the ability to just clear their board every turn. But yeah, I don't know. The deck just feels like not as powerful as it once was. It still is very strong, but it's not as powerful as it once was. Obviously, because there's like been like 3 sets since it's been like inside like since it's been tier 1 basically. So he's gonna commit the grade 1 here off the ride line. I do guard the Vanguard here, and I do guard the rear guard, so we're gonna stay at 0 damage here. I'll pitch grade 1 Meteorite here to ride. We're gonna ride into Combine Rusher. I'm gonna commit second doll behind my Vanguard just to make sure he takes his damage. Which he does attempt to 1 to pass me, but I do get a front trigger here, pushing him to 3. He's gonna get a Schneisel off the top 3. And then he whiffs his top 5 surge, and he gets the 10k booster because he pitched it. So he's just going to swing for 13 here. I do give him a 2 to pass. Doesn't have Sequana here. Gets 2 triggers off of, not Skyfall, off of Tempest. He's going to swing for 25 here, which I do take. I got a 10k behind my Vanguard. He swings again. So this is 28. I can only use triggers here. I just decided to take all 3 attacks. I pitch second doll here for ride, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 grade 1 meteors if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I grabbed 2 grade 1 meteors here. Sorry guys, I'm shaking my coffee protein shake over here. Hard play another grade 1 meteor from hand. I pop 3 here to get rid of 3 of his rear guards. So this is 36 of a crit. And this second game here was like a lot more grindy than the first. He's hard guarding here. He guards for 58, so this is no pass because the overtrigger is out of deck. No, that was game 1. That was game 1. So that was a 2 to pass. But I got no triggers, so I do just pass turn here. Swings for 23 here. I do elect to take it. I go to what's it called? I go to 23 because I did get a defensive trigger here. He goes into another Tempest. Swings for 25 here. I guard it. And then I no pass the Vanguard, unless he got the OT again, of course. And then I PG his last attack. Because we are at 5. And he just hit the camera here. Again, my apologies, guys. My opponent hit the camera. I really do try to be very careful with when people do walk past the camera or but I think he just hit it with his foot, which again, my apologies, guys. But I'm gonna swing 18 at the Schneisel here, and then pass the turn. He's gonna use Chalice here to Persona Ride. He's gonna look top 3. He's gonna get a Gust here. He's gonna use Schneisel here, top 5 search, and he's gonna get a YOUTHBERK, so he has Persona Ride for next turn. And he's gonna swing for 23. Didn't find the Sequana here. And my hand was quite small, so I do just no guard this here. And that is game 2. That's the end of game 2. So we are going on to a game 3 where, again, I do get to go first, so I do have the advantage of being on a 10k during his grade 1 turn. Even though Youth doesn't really like to rush, if he was going to try and rush on grade 1, he would have to commit more cards, or even if he wants to hit me on grade 1, he'd have to commit a booster. But that was just kind of like a little bit of a bad beats game there because we didn't see our snakes at all during that whole game. I'm going to redraw 3 here. No, we do decide to redraw 4 here. I think we just, yeah, we put back all meteors and we only kept the snake. I pitch second auto ride here and pass turn. He's gonna pitch a 15k, rides, draws, commits a booster just so he could hit us, but gets a heal anyway, which doesn't resolve, but it would have just solidified him hitting us. We pitch a snake here, attack, get a PG, damage him. I didn't see what he, looks like he pitched a Tempest there, and then he gets another Tempest. He's gonna swing at us again for 18. Pitch a heal trigger here. Now, because he had to commit the Sequana so early, we do have the opportunity to just snipe it before he even has a chance to use it. So he'd have to commit another Sequana if he wants his Will+Dress to have a drive checks. Yeah, so we just pop one meteor here to get rid of the Sequana here. We don't really have anything else to do, so I don't commit. And we push him to 3 damage. Pitches to ride. Looks like he pitches another Tempest here. Picks up the Tempest again. Gets a Gust here. Gets the grade 1 that he grade 1 10k that he pitches. Calls down Tempest as an attacker. Calls another Sequana. Gets a front trigger here. Goes into Gust here. So he is going to swing for 23 2 checks. I do no pass it unless he gets the over trigger. Which I was just trying to trying to force the over trigger. Not force the over trigger, but just force him to give the power to the Vanguard. We do PG his rear guard. We Persona Ride here. Get 2 grade 1 meteors. Draw 2. Call a snake down here, which is really good because now these are 28k lanes. I was gonna say they have crits, but he pushed the Sequana into Soul. Calling down a second doll. Debating what I want to put to the bottom of the deck. I decided to put a Perfect Guard to the bottom of the deck. So I do swing here. Debating on how many meteors I want to pop. I do decide to pop 3 here to give my Vanguard a crit. So this is 38 with a crit. He does Perfect Guard it. We get a meteor and a Perfect Guard. Swing for 28 here. Then I swing for 36. And she does take it. So he goes to 4. And I believe we are also at 4, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like we're at 4. It looks like we're at 4. So I no passes Vanguard here. He did Persona Ride. Goes into Gust here. Only has 1 drive though. So I believe I know passes Vanguard again, and then I blitz order PG the rear guard since it does have that nasty guard restrict. Calling down another snake here. Only popping 2 here since he is at 4 damage. He decides to 2 to pass my Vanguard. I get a 10k shield at this point and another meteor. So I swing for 18. He takes the first one, and then I swing for 26. He guards it. So this is a very grindy game. I don't think I had the opportunity once this game to pop 5 meteors, but this is just like a really grindy game because I was just clearing his board every turn. Like I was clearing his board, and he would just like make like not a full board, but like a little tiny board every turn. So he's gonna swing for 23 here. I decided to perfect guard the Vanguard. He gets Persona Ride and he gets a critical trigger. He's gonna give all effects to the Tempest here, which arguably he could have just given it to the Gust, swung with the Gust, and then not the Gust, his rear guard Schneisel, and then Schneisel would have given 5k to his Vanguard. Which he thought about swinging with Schneisel, but because he didn't give the crit, he decides against it. So we do take it here, because we have no choice, so we are at 5 now, and we guard the other 2 attacks, because it was just a 15 and a 5 to block them. We can only, what's it called? We can only retire 1 rear guard here because we only had 1 meteor. We heal, so we go back to 4. Yeah, we go back to 4. Swinging for 26 here, he PGs, and then 28, he PGs again. But he did have to throw away Persona Ride in order to survive our turn. So he swings for 13 here, we give him a 2 to pass. Goes on to Gust again, swings for 23, but he only has 1 check. Did he not drive check? Wait, I just noticed this. Did he not drive check for his Gust? Did he not discard for Gust? I 2 to pass his Vanguard. He discards for Gust. Oh no, he drove check. He just didn't get anything. So he swings for 23 here. We guard. Oh no, because yeah, we got a defensive trigger. So we guard for just 10k. So I'm going to pop 1 meteor here. And we get a critical trigger here, so we're going to give everything there. And that's going to be 36. And that is the end of the match. So we weren't able to pop 5 meteors in the last game, or the second game for that matter. But we were able to just control, like, really well control his board. So he was only making like 3 attacks a turn. Or not his optimal 4 attacks a turn, or they wouldn't be as powerful because they didn't have boosters. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos with your friends. The channel is growing at a tremendous rate, and then I'm really amazed by you guys, and all that we've achieved together throughout this year of 2023, because we were only able to expand so much because the tail end of 2022, but mostly like all our major growth happened here in 2023. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a lovely day. Later.